was a gathering of top people, and I would say the place, from the pictures and the videos and everything, looks very beautiful. One thing that caught my interest was a podcast studio that was also featured in the place is what.
Okay.
Yes, when you go on the official page, there is a podcast studio that is also sitting right inside the edifice. So for me, I think it is one of a kind. And if not for anything, it is going to add up to the tourism industry. I mean, if there is something that we would also want to boast about, at least Ghana will boast about we also owning an automobile museum, which is also rare in the world, not only in Africa, but in the world. Hardly do people collect
and
cars
for an individual.
It's
not as if like Ford garage be.
This is an individual. This is a private person who has collected whatever he wants to collect and now wants to show it off. And it is not like you said, a whole company be okay. This is our museum and it is only peculiar to our company. So you come, you find anything Ford, anything Toyota, anything whatever, but this is somebody that is private and wants to do this.
Despite he's doing this because he has made it. It's not like he's forcing himself. Not a man. For me, he has not really spelled it out how the whole thing started. But I can guess that when he opened the Kumasi building, when he had a very huge building in Kumasi. At a point, he opened it for people to just come and see what is there. And I remember Sarkodie went there, took some pictures. Kwekumenu and others, they all went there. And one thing that most of them were talking about were the cars in the house. Most of them were talking about the cars in the house in Kumasi. So I think it brought the idea that why don't I put it in a place that maybe others can also watch, but not just only the celebrities who will visit me.
Yes, maybe the millennials and the other generations are used to certain kind of lifestyle of living. But this new generation that you are trying to appeal to them, this is what they know. So when you are doing it, you just have to keep it clean. You just have to do it right. So they will know that, okay, even the people in the helms of affairs can relate to the things that we are doing. And if they are doing it right, there is no need for us to also go and do it the wrong way. So tomorrow, if somebody sees, okay, an online frenzy between Mr. Basintali and Ajaguraja, and they see how it is done, there's no way somebody will go and pick a phone, come and pick on Chemo and start insulting Chemo. Meanwhile, they know personally, they don't have any personal qualms with the person. It will not happen. So for me, I think it is the other side of the office that people don't get to see. It is the other side of these personalities that people don't get to see. Even the first gentleman of the land, President Mahama, sometimes even when he's giving his speeches, throws in one or two. Oh yeah, not the Bakwafim. Oh yeah, not the Bakwafim. And it is one of those things.
At this point, if we can say that she's down, then she's trying to get up or she's trying to stand. If she's sitting, that is it. It's not really to prove to people that she's tough, but rather to go on with her life, trying to come back again if she can. Why not? That's why she's doing. If she tries to prove to people that she's tough, I think she will not win.
So much, say Hajia for real has invested so much in her music career. She's invested so much. And for it to go down the drain because of another conversation that and on share that's a whole mass direction no. But then now we forget your music. So me strategically, if I am to be part of a team, that is what I would suggest. Okay, use this opportunity to drop 2 or 3 songs before December. Try and do some 1 or 2 stage appearances just to still cement that music thing. Now, before next year, announce that you are going to tell your story next year. As to whether you are going to release the EP in January, February, March, April, nobody, you can still keep people in suspense. And now it is still about you. They would want to listen to you. It's in the middle of the year, no one drop your album, and you do the documentary on your prison experience. Okay, I want to share. And maybe that launch now, launch album, you play it to people. And aside everything, it will still come back if you do that. As yes, our documentary, as the first track of your album. It is just you talking, keke. 10 minutes. Facto album. It is part of it is an art piece. It is part of the album. On the album, so it will be part of your music works, and your legacy in the music scene will still continue. That would be what I would advise her to do.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
Well, after some few hours of rest on Showbiz Daily, we are back again onto your favorite platform. And this time around, we are doing this with you right here on Sammy Flex TV. This is Showbiz Daily. My name is Sammy Flex. And gentlemen are seated in Team Dodu Solomon Chemo at his favorite position, running from left to right. And of course, Roland Amate also occupying the middle position, and that is also his favorite position. Now, when we come like this, we discuss some of the very pertinent issues in our showbiz space, and we want you to be a part of it with your opinions, your suggestions, and more. With a team of producers, including Theophilus Digosh, Desert, and Sam Tuga, we give you some of the best conversations that you can ever enjoy right here in Ghana. So stay tuned and let's do some more. But let's start with the weekend. One of the issues ruling the headlines over the weekend will be the story about Despite newly opened auto museum. A look at some luxury cars and estimated prices. Here in Ghana, there are some people who are telling Despite how he should use his money. There are some people who are telling Despite, someone built a whole sports complex, named it after the mom, Lizzie Complex. You bought the complex and you are using it for what? What is it for? And Ghana for Kasa. Well, let's go on Ghana Web and read some of the stories here. And I also go to my people. What have they heard? What do we think? I think we've discussed this before when hint came that Despite was doing this. We discussed this. And now it is in full operation. What does it mean? Now it says, Ghanaian business mogul Dr. Osei Kwame Despite officially opened his new auto museum on June 1st, 2025 in East Legon, Accra. Now, the grand opening attracted a host of dignitaries and high-profile personalities from across the Ghanaian society. Among the notable guests were the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, businessman Ibrahim Mahama, and several others who gathered to witness the unveiling of what is now one of Ghana's most impressive car collections. The museum, located on the grounds of the former Lizzie Sports Complex, now Despite home, has been transformed into a haven for luxury car lovers and automotive enthusiasts. It features a curated mix of rare vintage cars, modern supercars, and interactive driving simulators, offering visitors an immersive experience. Now, some of the cars there, Bugatti is there. The 2005 Ford Thunderbird, the Tesla Cybertruck 2024, BMW 8 Series, Rolls-Royce Vintage, that is Rolls-Royce Connaught, aka the Vintage Act, and again, Big Dog Richback motorcycle, a whole lot of them. In fact, if you don't understand more of these things, you won't get them. So take your time and go look at them as they are mentioned. Then you get, oh, okay. Many people online, obviously, are speaking some way about this. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to Ghana? What does it mean to the business and tourism community right here in Ghana? And again, what can we say about it? Well, some of the videos are here for you to check out. After that, I come to my people, then we talk some more.
Danny Beats Classic.
I know you have been watching, gathering some pieces. What do you have to say about the Despite Auto Museum finally launched?
First, let me say congratulations to him. At least, if not for anything at all. What?
Oh, let me add this, that I've heard some backlash on UTV for their live coverage. I hear they really did not match up to what was being done there. Their coverage was some way. But live coverage there, Jumatin pa, and yet what camera and internet enough goes into live coverage.
Of course,
Positions and other
No, it's serious.
things,
Live
and
coverage
all
there
those
is
things.
a job.
Image output and all of that.
Yeah, man.
Well, first, let me say congratulations to him. I mean, what started as a hobby, or what started as something that he loves doing, has now turned into a business for him, and not him alone, but others that would also get employment from that particular firm, others that are also going to work there as employees.
Okay.
So I would say congratulations to him and everybody involved. It was a very beautiful ceremony. Yes, the gathering of the
Two forces.
the gathering of some of the creme de la creme of Ghana's industry, from business to entertainment to politics to like every corner. Looks like there was a good representation, including our entertainment folks. So it was a gathering of top people, and I would say it was the place, from the pictures and the videos and everything, looks very beautiful. One thing that caught my interest was a podcast studio that was also featured in the place is what. Yes, when you go on the official page, there is a podcast studio that is also sitting right inside the edifice. So for me, I think it is one of a kind, and if not for anything, it is going to add up to the tourism industry. I mean, if there is something that we would also want to boast about, at least Ghana will boast about we also owning an automobile museum, which is also rare in the world, not only in Africa but in the world. Hardly do people collect
and
cars
for an individual.
It's
not as if like Ford garage be.
This is an individual. This is a private person who has collected whatever he wants to collect and now wants to show it off. And it is not, like you said, a whole company be okay. This is our museum, and it is only peculiar to our company. So you come, you find anything Ford, anything Toyota, anything whatever, but this is somebody that is private and wants to do this. So if not for anything, it is good business, and I'm sure to the people who are teaching him how to spend his money, or how to chop his money, or how to live his life there. Me, I just don't want to give them attention, because the clothes that they themselves are wearing to do those videos or to run those commentaries, they did not come to type online to ask people which clothes should I wear today or what food should I eat today. But they decided on their own. They bought it with their own money. The phone that they used in talking those things, they did it themselves. And since they did not come online to come and ask people what they should do, I believe they also have no right to go and tell Despite what he should do with the money that he has made for himself. So for me, I wouldn't want to give it that year, but for him to embark on this, then I want to believe that he's a businessman, a successful one at that. He has made his research. He understands the industry he is getting himself into, and I know something good will come out of it.
I see. Well, Chebo, let me also come back to you and get your opinion on this.
Yeah, so when you listen or when you read about the concept or the vision behind the whole thing, one thing is clear. He had admiration for cars, personal thing. In fact, initially it started as him collecting cars because he loves, he's more like a car collector kind of thing. So later he decided to make it public so that people will see what he's been gathering. And the idea came that why not make it a museum so that people can visit and also look at it. And they are not just going to look at the cars, but there will be somebody telling them the history of how the whole thing started in terms of cars, why they build the kind of cars that they build, how they improved it in terms of speed, design, style, and other stuff. So it will not just be you going there, watching cars, and then going away. You will learn. So this is very important. In a way, it will be good for students, especially engineering students, to listen to some of these stories. It will inspire them to also come up with designs or ideas of how to innovate or improve what is already there. So it is not just anything that he feels that, okay, I have money, just let me throw it away like that. No, it is a passion, and again he feels that people can get inspiration just coming there. And the inspiration can be also coming out with different design, or even inspired to work hard to be as successful as Kwame Despite. So for me, I think this is a good thing. Well, for those who are educating him or directing him how he should spend his money, I mean, it's funny, but it is not new. We have people in our society like that.
Okay.
Anybody that you tell them how much you earn, they will tell you how to use it, including how much they deserve. You know, oh, but some is on your bed 10,000 to the or 5,000 to what 5,000 or no anka would be 3,000, 2,000 or bit me at 10,000. Or no, I don't know how they can watch the or the man. So this is not new. I think even in the lowest level that you can think of, when people feel that you are better than them, at a point in time, the things that you will do, they will criticize you. They say, why are you wearing expensive watch? Why are you using the expensive car? Meanwhile, you can give one of your watches to someone.
Of course, but you are wearing two.
You
are wearing two.
And all those things.
Same with them.
Why do you even go to a particular barbering shop? Because they charge higher.
Yes.
Why are you eating at this place and all this thing? I mean, that one, people will say it. Just that you just have to ignore them. They are saying it based on their circumstances. When they get better, they will change the way that they talk about some of these things. And so I think we should just ignore those who are doing that. Despite is doing this because he has made it. It's not like he's forcing himself. Not a wonifie man for me, he has not really spelled it out how the whole thing started, but I can guess that is it when he opened the Kumasi building. When he had a very huge building in Kumasi. At a point, he opened it for people to just come and see what is there. And I remember Sarkodie went there, took some pictures.
Okay.
Kwekumenu and others, they all went there. And one thing that most of them were talking about were the cars in the house. Most of them were talking about the cars in the house in Kumasi. So I think it brought the idea that why don't I put it in a place that maybe others can also watch, but not just only the celebrities who will visit me. I have that guess, or I think that it's part of what inspired him to bring it out. Because he's been collecting cars not today. He's been for some time now. And he was keeping it in his garages or wherever that he can keep them. And at this point, if he has decided to put it out there so that it can inspire people, so that people can go there and do other stuff, I think it's a good idea. In fact, for the creative industry, I think they can take videos, movies, and other things at that place if they go through the proper process to use it. So for me, I think we just have to praise him or commend him for coming up with such a
now let me ask both of you this question. What are some of the possible challenges he is likely to face in the near future?
Well, the first one will be maintenance.
Maintenance.
Yes.
Maintenance.
Maintenance of the cars or the structure, the facility.
Entire thing. You know, cars these are not just stuff that you can say, okay, they can just be there without experiencing some form of wear and tear or whatever. Because these cars will also be used periodically. It is not as if they will be there forever and ever as they've been pegged there. Some people can even come for rentals, or it is open for certain form of stuff, exactly. The public, it is open to the public. So definitely people would want to touch, people would want to go there, people would want to do certain form of activities, even on grounds. And like I said, even with the podcast, because even the podcast studio has been open, definitely it will be open to people moving in and out. And some of these things will have some form of toll on the entire thing. And we know the maintenance culture, especially in this country, it is not so much like that. But So to keep that standard of maintaining the things in good shape, it is very, very expensive.
Okay.
It is very, very expensive. So for me, I think the maintenance would be one of the challenges, aside the normal politics that may come around it, in terms of, okay, which people are going to patronize it, which government will come and maybe, like, we know how there's that perception of yes, government interference in some of these things. Aside that one, for me, I think the maintaining the whole thing would be one of the biggest challenges of it.
Oh, Jamo.
Yeah, I agree. I think maintenance will be the main thing here. I mean, the facility is huge, and just watching from afar, I can guess it's expensive as well. So maintaining such a place will not be a joke. And again, the political risk that most of our entrepreneurs or businessmen will face, he will also face the same thing. I mean, it may get to a point people will be saying that one of the cars, the duties now, so, and now one of the cars now, when there's an duty say, I need luxurious cars, and when there's an issue, they will find a way to, I mean, bring some of these things, paperwork and other stuff, and we under declare on until say Obekwa politician be there, he is safe. But what it means is that he stand that political risk, even though he's not a politician. He has never declared his support for any political party. But still, people will just guess where you belong, and based on that, take a certain action which may affect you or your business. So I think that the main challenge will be the maintenance, and again the political risk that will come with some expensive facility like this.
Yeah, the thing there, from what they show, it looks like.
Yes, obviously.
They are really expensive.
Even maintaining the entire structure. Including, you said there are some loans, like so many.
So the regulations of licensing, permits, things that you need to run a museum, and like a whole lot. At this point, we assume that he has done all.
Okay.
But when there's a issue that somebody wants to find you somewhere, running an expensive thing like this, it is so easy to get something to, deal with you in their own way. So I think there's two major things that he will face. The maintenance thing that we all know that Ghana here, it is difficult.
That culture is bad.
Yes, and again, the political risk of it. People not targeting
but
him for...
the people who were there, the very important people who were there, like Otumfuo said too. I saw Canada, Japan, and so a blend
even
of business people.
Former President Kufuor was also
that's what I'm saying. A blend of business people, politicians, showbiz people, and of course the fans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, all of them, like all walks of life. I mean, even the bloggers, a whole lot of them. In fact, I can say that most of the bloggers who are into entertainment and popular events, all of them were there.
All of them. Because I even saw a post from Tony Asakuma saying, it'd be like saying we need to redefine the strictly by invitation thing, because the thing might be strictly by invitation. But I said,
they were so much that at some point they do a so so I think he has done well, and he knows what he's doing. I mean, obviously based on what you have seen. But I will still not take that political thing out of it, because we have seen it happening to businessmen in this country.
Fact.
So that's why I will not take it away from it. We even heard what Captain Smart said about Dr. Kwekutin. At the time that Captain Smart was doing something that we would say that it was against the government then.
Yeah.
Captain Smart came out to say that almost wa mananya ya or the tax on berry.
I was the new on pass it
as a businessman on pass it. Not intentional. Even sometimes your workers will take certain decisions. Later they will bring it out and it will be a different thing altogether. So I wish him all the best. So far so good, and I think it will continue. But if he will face any challenge apart from the maintenance thing, I think it will be a political issue. Yeah.
Well, so once again, congratulations. I saw someone teasing some musicians that, hey, no. Mobako do a video this year, have a higher common.
Yeah.
As well, then maybe Sarkodie should be the one to do that first because he has been seen very close with the business mogul and their people. And Charlie, the important people who came around, Otum for flying jets to come and experience the occasion. All these things were looking beautiful. And Charlie, the business people should do some of these things. Mama from Sikanation, Butumukwa, Mama from P. And some people get employment from there.
Yeah.
The tourism industry will also be boosted.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do this and see what the future holds for us. Namunya isa kasahununa maka. Well, moving forward, we have seen Hajia for real is back in Ghana. In fact, how she entered Ghana, nobody knows. Because as it stands now, I still find myself shocked and surprised how Hajia for real came into Ghana Nicodemously, that not even an aunt saw her and put out a photo or video about her at the airport. So she entered quietly. She has been able to stay in the system to even produce a music video, like record a song and produce a music video. Hey, let me better pound. How did she do it? Well, you can check some of the photos and images or videos out. Whilst I ask my people, are we going to see a new Hajia for real? Because she came and the old Hajia is still active. Now, the Instagram account that was hidden has been reactivated.
Of course, now.
All content in the past, everything vamoose. We are putting fresh content there.
Sharp.
And I'm asking, okay, when you delete everything out of your content or out of your platform, it means that
Something
you are
new.
presenting something new. Is there going to be a new Hajia for you after all the America, Wahala, and all? Can start this?
Yeah. Well, why not? But I don't see it working.
You don't see what working?
If she rebrand in a way that will go away from the Hajia for real that we know, I think it will not work. She should rather maintain the image that we already know and maybe build on it.
Okay.
Yes, trying to, for lack of a better word, innovate in that space that you already have.
Okay.
There are certain things that you reduce doing,
Okay.
but don't change your dressing or the main thing that we know you for. I think if she tries to, okay, let me be careful here. Let me be careful.
Well,
The thing
apply
is that-
breaks.
Yes.
Okay.
Why I'm now trying to say is she can rebrand in a way that we are not aware, but it will work out. I mean, sometimes you can also try a new thing.
Yeah.
So rather for me to say that if she changes, it will not work, I have to say that let's wait and see
The results.
the results of what
What
she's
she wants
bringing
to
out.
do.
Yes, because she can change her style and it will still work. Until then I would say that I may have doubt.
Okay.
Like if she's changing, then she needs to put in more work. That's the better way for me to put it than to say that it will not work at all.
Okay.
And I think her coming in without people noticing, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
The thing is that if she came out that loud, all the issue that people we know already will pop up. We will discuss it again. It will be part of her narrative before she will start anything new. So it is better for her to get in a low key like she has done, and then come out later with something. So before you realize that she's in, you will see her works.
Okay.
So it will be about talking about her works and maybe the other issue that we all know happened before she went low or before we didn't notice her. So I think it's a good strategy. So far, so good for her. But I may have a little doubt about her rebranding and coming up with a new star or a new image. But I'll give her benefit of the doubt and time, because someone said that let's give time some time and see what will happen. So
Let's give
I
time
think
some time.
she deserves that thing. Let's see the new thing that she will come
She
up
wants to
with.
bring.
Yes, and let's see how far she can go with it.
Let me do this follow up. Can we say she wants to prove to people she's tough? Reason immediately she came out. No, he gives you a song, bang. We move like okay, whatever happens, we move. Is it telling us she's tough? And
Well,
is that telling necessary? Like, okay, we are tough and you move. Okay, everybody knows you move as a matter of fact.
yeah, exactly. So I don't think she's telling anything specifically.
Okay.
It's rather about her. At this point, if we can say that she's down, then she's trying to get up, or she's trying to stand. If she's sitting, that is it. It's not really to prove to people that she's tough, but rather to go on with her life, trying to come back again if she can. Why not? That's what she's doing. If she tries to prove to people that she's tough, I think she will not win. It will be worse for her. It's rather about her trying to come back to the game because she still has it. And why should she keep quiet or stay low without doing the things that she loves doing? And again, working in a way. She can't just come back, sit and eat what and do what. I mean, she should be working on well, maybe she has packed money somewhere that she's coming to chop. If that's not the case, then she should come back to her
Normal
old
self.
ways,
Okay.
but in a legal way, not the other
She's a
way.
socialite.
Yes, so she should just do her thing and survive. That is it, and I think that's what she's trying to do. But if, like you are saying that maybe she's trying to prove that she's tough, for that one, I will be specific, or I will be strong to say that no, that one will not work for her. She shouldn't prove to anybody that she's tough, but rather do her thing and hope for something good.
Well, you can also go check out Remove, a piece on her YouTube as well as on her Instagram pages. All these platforms were inactive in the days or years ago, but now they are back, fully active. Go check them out, and let's see. But let me also ask Roland this. Would you advise she grants interviews or she ghosts every media house in Ghana? Because already people are chasing her. Everybody wants to have the first bite. What advice would you give?
Grant interview to who?
Ah.
For the what?
Rachel, is it not the media?
What do you want to know?
We all heard what happened.
Of course, you heard. And
So come and tell us what really happened.
Listen.
What do you mean by what do you want to know?
You heard what?
A lot.
Oh, you heard what happened.
Yeah.
Whatever information there is to put out was put out. If you want any form of verification, they are online. Whether she came out to speak or not, even the time that she even wanted to come and speak, whatever action she put out or whatever she said was out there for the public to scrutinize her, and some were even used against her.
Okay.
So what again do you want to know? What again? Because if
Her prison experience.
of course, that is what she's put in the song. Because when you watch the music video very well, she gave some of the scenes had some of the prison scenes and some of the prison actions and all of that. That is what she's put there. So there is no need for her to come and sit on microphone. So we went to prison. What did you? No, it would be suicidal for her to do that now. I would never advise her. If Mona even wants to speak about this matter, I believe it should be after a year. Not even 2 months or 3 months after her comeback. No. It should be after a year, 2 years, because you know why? And I am even happy she decided to come back, and her first move in her comeback is through her song. Because this is somebody that has been tagged with socialite. So we don't know what she's socializing for. We don't know the outcome of socialization. But then, she decided to invest a lot into her musical path, with some people doubting her for her, and just when she was proving herself and people were beginning to accept her, that particular ordeal happened to her. Now, in coming back, if she had decided to go any other route, in terms of coming back into the space, and it wasn't through music, that would have been the end of her music career.
Okay.
She would have shut that music career door totally. And can we close this door? Now people will not regard her music again. But this is a continuation of the fact that, okay, before I left, I was doing music. That is where my concentration was. And that has always been my concentration, even in incarceration. So in coming back, I still want to maintain that stance. And just as any musician will be advised to rather pour whatever is in their mind through their music, that is what she's doing. And that's what she's done. So to advise Mona for real to come and sit and grant interview, no, it will be suicide. And you see, she is not also that good public speaker. She's not, yes, she can speak, she can express herself in whatever. But then, when it comes to the things that she says and how it is always being used against her, it is even one of the reasons why I will not even advise her to sit down, interview and speak. No. And can you remember what's now radio station, TV station, any podcast or can and go and find a TikTok video, be 5 million. No posting in her. That will get her the necessary results and even boost that she needs in her career. She doesn't need to respond to anybody. She doesn't need to explain.
She has to.
Well, you think she has to. But for me, in my defense.
But strategically.
Yes.
That's where I agree that she shouldn't just go in to anybody
that I am going to speak. No.
That one I agree.
It would be
but she has to speak.
Well, for speaking there, well, she has to speak. Yes. But as to the time.
It should be strategic.
It should be strategic. Yes. But even the time self, even if it is tomorrow, and you have people coaching her, sitting left, right, center, no. I still wouldn't advise. Because whatever she would say, any response that she will give now, you see, anybody that wants to twist it, if you like, she should just go and sit and not say anything. It will still be used against her. That was there. So for her to avail herself for interviews, conversations, and all of that, there is no way anybody will sit with Mona for real right now and not touch that. And the moment you touch that, what it means is that you are bringing that conversation to come and close the door of your music career. And that's what she's doing. So I like the fact that if not for anything at all, people should go and watch the video of Remove. The video says a lot than the lyrics of the song.
Yeah.
The video says a lot than the lyrics of the song.
Now her freedom.
Yes.
The fact that she was arrested.
The display of the Mona Lisa pictures and all of that. It says a lot than the lyrics of the video, like the song itself. So if you want answers, the media is supposed to research and go and tell the public what it is.
But you can watch the video and guess what you think she was saying. But that is not indeed what she was saying.
Of course. So and all of this will boil down to still the promotion of her music career or her music works. And that would be my strategy. So she should not go and sit somewhere, even if she comes on live to come and interact with fans. She should not even try to
that one
answer.
is not controlled, so it won't help. I'll rather suggest that she should speak, but she should speak to people who are ready to ask her what she wants to answer.
Okay, that's how it should. That's also my advice. You know, she is linked to Tygon. Tygon more or less is a media platform. I'm sure her story should be her CV.
Good.
If she likes, arrange a proper document.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Tell her story. Put it on her own channel.
Exactly. Exactly.
She should speak.
To
people who are well. Like, if I have to be explicit, this is what I want to say. She should speak to people that they will give the question for them to ask her.
Yes.
So that she will answer the way that they want people to.
They want it to look.
But,
yes.
But either way,
it should be. I didn't want to be explicit, but that is it.
Oh, but even if she's going to do that now, see, if we want to be diabolic. Forget the questions. But my own is that it shouldn't be now. For whatever it is too soon. After a year, after she has released about 2 or 3 singles, we have just about 6 months or so to the end of the year, right? She can use that to drop about 2 or 3 singles. advertise an EP next year or maybe an album next year. I'm about to release an album, and this is where that will be the time I want to tell my story. That will be the time I want to share that particular prison experience that you all are eager to listen. Then she will put that into the documentary. That will be the opening to that particular EP or album. And what it means is that all the 2 or 3 songs that she released this year, if they go well, she will have the luxury of putting them in that particular album. And it will still be in connection with her music career, because now that is where her focus is. The moment she switches the focus to any other conversation, even when it comes to business, even if the business is as legit as Carlo White Carbad, still, people will still find blemish on it. People would want to question it. People would direct the whole conversation. And for me, so much, say, Hajia for real has invested so much in her music career. She's invested so much. And for it to go down the drain because of another conversation that, and on share that's a whole master direction, no. But then now we forget your music. So me, strategically, if I am to be part of a team, that is what I would suggest. Okay, use this opportunity to drop 2 or 3 songs before December. Try and do some 1 or 2 stage appearances just to still cement that music thing. Now, before next year, announce that you are going to tell your story next year. As to whether you are going to release the EP in January, February, March, April, nobody, you can still keep people in suspense. And now it is still about you. They would want to listen to you. It's in the middle of the year, no one drop your album, and you do the documentary on your prison experience. Okay, I want to share. And maybe that launch now, launch album, you play it to people. And aside everything, it will still come back. If you do that as, our documentary, you know, as the first track of your album. It is just you talking, 10 minutes. Fatu album. It is part of it is an art piece. It is part of the album. On the album, it will be part of your music works, and your legacy in the music scene will still continue. That will be what I would advise her to do.
Well, we pray for the best for her. At least her welcome has been good. I've seen people giving her some postings here and there. So we pray that all goes well as we all want it. Now, on a lighter note, I've seen new ambassador for Shagzy, or unofficial ambassador for Shagzy, Malik Basintali, in cow beef. Like when we say beef, this is the real beef. This is beef. Because according to Ajaguraja, Malik mentioned him to Shatawale when Shatta went to the YEA office for that very important meeting. Now Ajaguraja says because of that, he's going to beef Malik Basintali with a cow. Now Ajaguraja shows the cow. Malik Basintali goes out there and shows us head of cows, like
a ranch, a whole ranch.
Ajaguraja has come again, and now Ajaguraja has even brought.
I'm sure Kaibachi.
Oh, I'm also Kaibachi. That he is also riding, and I don't know what it means. But this is the conversation I want to have. Sometimes when we see people in positions like Malik Basintali Dems having some of these kind of play online, what does it mean? That is really the conversation I want to have, because I know someone somewhere that I grow money to say that thing. When we see people in such positions having such games online, what would be the good and the bad around it? Chamo, maybe I can start this with you.
Yeah, the good thing is that he's portraying that he's a normal human being like you and I. He has the same relation with everybody. Okay. In fact, it is also portraying that he's a humble person. He's not trying to say that I am here and you are down there, so we can't interact. That's what it means.
Okay.
So that's the positive side. And again, you are also keeping yourself relevant in terms of people knowing you and having the side of you that I think coming online, you are going to present the better side of you.
Exactly.
So it is a way of you also telling people how good you are. The better side of you is what you will strive to present to the public.
Okay.
So that's the positive side of it. The negative side will be people having access to you and can say whatever that they like or they want about you. And sometimes for those who are not strong emotionally, sometimes it will affect them.
Okay.
And it will dictate how they behave even in their daily normal life. So that's the risk that you take if you expose yourself like that. But apart from that, I think that the positive side will outweigh the negative if you have what it takes to stand the negative that will come your way. And in everything that we do, there's positive and there's negative. So you just have to concentrate on the positive side and then move with it. So for me, I think there's nothing wrong if he has what it takes to do what he's doing. And again, he's not doing anything bad. Like, it's not so bad that we have to tell him that no,
don't do this.
With the position that you have, you can't do this. No, I think this is normal thing that he can do, and he's presenting the other side of him that you will not get when he's in his position as a YEA boss. You are not there. In fact, you are not closer to see his daily routines, how he's behaving with workers and other stuff. No. So this is an opportunity to see the other side of him, and I think it's positive so long as he's ready to do it and do it as clean as he's doing it. I don't see anything wrong with it. Yeah.
Well, Ro, come through. We are closing.
Well, be like saying now we need to vet our ambassadors, because especially we are Shaggy. Because not long ago our CEO picked a fight with Ajaguraja and it was about cars. Our latest ambassador has also picked a cow beef with Ajaguraja. Now we need to go and ask Ajaguraja what he has with Shaggy ambassadors.
But Ajaguraja, because he likes beef. Like,
no.
Don't come and show him something. He come. Maybe he started.
I think my sister in the chair don't really have a bit. No, I can't talk. Name the chair by minute. Now the chair boy of friends.
More money.
More money. Money power. Yeah. Money power. The chair when you move here. For me, I think it is one of those things. You know, the world has grown into the age of where it is not only about how people perceive you to be, but now there's also that avenue for you to show people another side of you. It is not one, and this should also stand that it is not one that is also going to interfere with your capabilities in your office.
Okay.
No, that is why aside everything, he still has that posture. And again, there are some people that before you win them over or before you're able to send certain kind of message to them, you need to present yourself in a way that they can relate to.
Okay.
And that is the only way that you can also send that message to them, because you never know the kind of traction he is going to get from some of these interactions online. Provided it doesn't go against the law, it doesn't trample on anybody's rights or freedom or whatever, it doesn't defame anybody. This has the tendency of attracting certain people's attention. And therefore, whatever he would want to sell to them, whatever message he would want to give to them, he now has them at heart. He now has them following him. He now has their attention, and he can sell that particular thing to them. This is somebody that is the boss of the youth in this country, if that is how I should put it, like in simple terms, in terms of the office he's occupying. And majority or some portion of the youth are tilted towards some of these areas. So how best do you even attract them if you don't go that direction? I remember, aside George Akufu Dampare, hardly would you even hear anything about the police inspector general. Like, hardly would you, until recently, until the new one also came, and you saw him going here and there, doing this, doing that, interacting with some people. And of course, if not for anything at all, the new generation that is coming, that is what they know. Yes, maybe the millennials and the other generations are used to certain kind of lifestyle of living, but this new generation that you are trying to appeal to them, this is what they know. So when you are doing it, you just have to keep it clean. You just have to do it right, so they will know that, okay, even the people in the helms of affairs can relate to the things that we are doing. And if they are doing it right, there is no need for us to also go and do it the wrong way. So tomorrow, if somebody sees, okay, an online frenzy between Basintali, Mr. Basintali and Ajaguraja, and they see how it is done. There's no way somebody will go and pick a phone, come and pick on Chemo and start insulting Chemo. Meanwhile, they know personally, they don't have any personal qualms with the person. It will not happen. So for me, I think it is the other side of the office that people don't get to see. It is the other side of these personalities that people don't get to see. Even the first gentleman of the land, President Mahama, sometimes even when he's giving his speeches, throws in one or two. Oh yeah, not the Bakwa Oh yeah, not the Bakwa film. And it is one of those things. Hardly do you get to see. So when he makes such statements, that means that duty as the president, like above for man. No way. So for me, it is one of those things, and if not for anything at all, it is one of the ways to keep yourself in the conversation, and we know where the conversation is greater in recent times. It is online. And if you are able to keep your name up there, that is when whatever you want to sell, it will go fast or faster.
Well, we pray that Malik Basintali wins this beef. Else Ajaguraja will not let us sleep in this country. He will sit on our toes for too long. Or maybe he'll sit on our balls for too long. We wish him well. This is how we end today's edition of Showbiz Daily, right here on Sammy Flex TV, with my charges, Roland Amate, who is in the middle from Shagzi, Shatter Movement Empire, Roland Report on YouTube, and Shagzi as well. Let me also say thanks to Intimdo de Solomon Chemo, that is Intimdo de Solomon, representing our online department at Flex Entertainment Limited, and Inti Dosu Digital Solutions, with our team of producers, Theophilus Digosh, Desert, as well as Sam Tuga. My name is Sammy Flex. Subscribe to us. Let us read your comments. And again, tell us about the topics, what you think about them. We shall be reading them. We will meet again in our next video. Until then, we're out of here. Bye-bye.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. For check it, check it. For check it, for check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. For check it, for check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, for check it, for check it, check it, check it. For check it, for check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.